What's up, everybody? What's up? How we all doing today?
What's going on tomorrow?
Who's that?
Tribal. We doing voice here? Or you doing...
Uh, we, YouTube is for people who can't watch here. So, what's up, everybody? Hi. How we doing? How we doing? Who's in here? What's up? What's up? I'll give it a few more minutes for people to join. I gotta put some music on for you guys. I'll learn it one day or another. Hey man, that's only when it's trading. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? All right, I'm gonna get started. That's plenty of time if people want to join. They can, if not. So we did this last week also, and one of our plays. So we had a play for the upside and a play for the downside, and the downside play worked out. It was coin, and the Tesla play never hit our target to get in. But first thing first, we're gonna see what news is coming out. So Um, Monday at 10 a.m. we do have new home sales reporting. Not the biggest news factor for us day trading. Um, then Tuesday pre-market we have durable goods orders month to month. Um, CB consumer confidence is at 10 a.m. Okay, Wednesday we have Parliament GDP reporting. That's and then Thursday we have core price index reporting. And then Friday, big news is manufacturing PMI. So we do have news coming out every single day pretty much this week. Monday, I mean, it'll be a normal day. I don't think new home sales is going to impact the market that much. Tuesday we'll pretty much know the news before market open, so we'll be set there. Wednesday, the big one is reporting pre-market, so we'll be set when the market opens. We do have two FOMC members speaking at 12 p.m. on Wednesday, so not the biggest thing, but we'll keep an eye on that. And then Thursday, core price index is going to be reporting before market open, so we should be fine. Also, we should have all the numbers. So we should have all the numbers pretty much before market opens. So that's news that's going to be reported. Not a lot of big techs are reporting any earnings. Let's see, earnings calendar for this week. Who are the big ones? So, yeah, nothing big is reporting. So nothing big is reporting. So we're chilling on the reportings on that. Yeah, nothing big important that's reporting. Let me just double confirm. Yeah, nothing big that I typically play is reporting. Alright, so that's that. And then let's just pretty much go over the chart and stuff. Spot on CoinTA from last week. Yup. That was spot on. Alright, so let's just go over pretty much the big thing. Let's just look at our futures. ES slightly down. Pretty much flat coming in. Let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ also pretty much flat. But it is to the downside. Let's look at our SPY. We did make new highs, all-time highs on Friday, but after making those Fridays, the sellers did bring the market down. It tested 510, couldn't really hold 510, and then it's closed at 507.85. We do have a pretty big gap fill all the way down to 497.64. Again, what I'm biased is a pullback, right? I explained it last week again, and I'll say it again. The top 12 companies are pretty much keeping the market going, right? And then the 90% is just kind of like meh, right? So I do want to see a pullback, at least 5-6% pullback before I can look for the upside on SPY, or I put pretty much the whole market. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But there is a big gap fill that needs to be filled all the way up to 497. Let's look at our Qs. Q, same thing, made new highs, but couldn't hold, right? So we do see it close under this previous high, which is 438.80. Also, Qs has a gap all the way down to 426.37. So same thing with Qs and SPY. I'm pretty much looking to the downside. I want to see a pullback, a healthy pullback. Every time we do get a pullback, it's pretty much eaten up. I don't think since start of the year, so January, okay, yeah, since start of the year, we're already up 10%, right? So we do get a So I do think Like I said, the market usually gives about 8 to 10 to 12% return each year. The fact that we're already up 10% and it's only on the second month is almost ending is kind of a little scary. So I do want to see a nice healthy pullback before we can continue further. Okay. Any news coming up on Tesla? I don't think there's any news coming up on Tesla. Yeah, nothing big is coming out of Tesla. That should be coming out of Tesla. All right, now let's just kind of go over some of the charts. Right, beginning with the big dogs, Apple. Last week we talked about Apple too, where it's coming into this big area of support. I mean, we came down, we did supported us up here, went all the way to 184, and then on Friday it pretty much rejected all those levels, right? Not looking to touch Apple. I lost my train of thought. Not looking at anything on Apple. It's kind of like I want a nice healthy bounce from here, or nice healthy like breakdown to see what goes on. But for now, it's just kind of in this consolidation zone. You could see there's a little head and shoulder, but I think it's been null and voided. Airbnb, nothing really stands out to me on Airbnb. Adobe, I do like Adobe shares for long term, but as far as playing, it's very low volume. So I kind of stay away from Adobe. What's your thoughts on AMD? I will get to it in 1 second. It's AI, nothing really. So AMD has been in this consolidation zone pretty much for the past like month or so. You could pretty much, I guess, swing this out day or two, playing from up to down, down to up to down, down to up, but it hasn't really made a clear move either to the upside or downside. I do think we're gonna have a little pullback on these AI hype, right? We failed to make a newer high on this push up, so I could see AMD coming down. I'll keep an eye on this. I have an alert over here, so below 173.12 I want to play some puts all the way down to this bottom range of 163. Alright, but if we do get a breakout and make new highs, then I'll look to play to the upside all the way up to like $200. But for now it's just stuck in this range. We'll see which way it breaks out, right? BTTX. I'll look at it in a second. Let me just go over these like big names that I have. Amazon. Amazon made new highs, but couldn't hold those highs and came back and is staying here. If we get a break above the 176 level, you could see 178, 180 next. But I do like Amazon. Volume is starting to roll in, so I do like Amazon to the upside. BA, again, in a very key supportive area on BA. Let's see. So if BA can support itself, I mean, we had this huge buyer wick over here. If it can hold the support area and get above 204, we could see a pushback all the way up to 214 and possibly to the 217 level. Baba, I mean, it's kind of like doing its own thing. There's really no pattern on. I mean, it did break out of this falling wedge. We do have, or I have, shares of this baby. I'm looking at like price targets of 87s, 85, 87 for this. China is starting to roll money into their stock market, so let's see what happens. A lot of good news coming out of Alibaba. It's just the price isn't reflecting it. A lot of people are bullish on this. Same with me. Let me look at the so BTTX. I mean, if you're playing shares, I don't really know much about the company. But yeah, again, same thing. Like I said with AMD, this is pretty much in this range. So yeah, I mean, playing the bottom of the range to the top, then bottom of the range to the top, or if you're shorting it top to the bottom, is fine. So until you have a clear breakdown, 14 cents or lower, or break up 28 cents or higher, you can play this range. I mean, it's like a nice little like 30-40% returns every time. So yeah, playing those ranges is fine. And then once it breaks below that range, I don't know if you short stock or not, but you can short it. But playing shares, I want to look more. TA is, I guess, there. The range play bottom to the top, top to bottom. But as far as like holding long term, I don't know anything about this company, so I couldn't tell you. So Nvidia has been tricky. I tried to short it on earnings, but it just came out with record-breaking revenue numbers, and it just kind of flew above 800. We did get a little rejection, like I said, like a lot of other tickers. There's a big gap fill all the way down to 690. I personally want to see a healthy pullback also to around that 683 level before I look for long again. So I am bearish on these semiconductors and AI chip stocks. Nvidia is very interesting. I do think this is going to hit $1,000 easily. But in order for me to get in, I want to see a pullback to the 680s before I get in myself personally. PDD. PDD, are you looking? I don't know much about the news on PDD, so I couldn't tell you. It looks like we did have a big drop to the downside. I don't know. I couldn't tell you about PDD. It looks like news came out. That's why we have a huge drop. Let me see. PDD. Import ban on PDD. Yeah, I mean, if it goes, so it's just a rumor right now. Nothing's gone through yet on PDD. But I mean, we have this huge spike to the downside, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. So we could come back and test those 120 levels. And then if the ban does go through, then you have a long way down. I can't really do much TA on this because this big drop did come off of news. But I mean, we have the volume to the downside, so if it continues, you could make 120 your price target if you're looking short. Yeah, you've been short. Alright. Let's look at our next big thing, Meta. Meta's just been, doesn't look like it wants to come down anytime soon. It's still looking strong. made new highs, couldn't really hold those new highs into closing. So if you get above 490, we could see 500 being tested next on Meta. Let's look at our next big thing, Netflix. Netflix and Nvidia we already kind of looked at. Let's check out our Google. Let's see, so Google is coming to test this trend line. So if we do break above that trend line and hold at 145, we could see a push all the way up to 149 and 150. Until now, I'll put an alert in there. Alright. So those are the bigger ticks that are going on. Let me just go through the list, see if we can find any things that have a good setup going on for themselves right now that we can play. Beyond Meat is going off nuts. Earnings coming up Tuesday. For Google, are you considering the chance that it falls below that support level? It looked like there was more volume on the downswing. Here, let me check it again. That spike of volume came after earnings. For now, it's been slowly dying off the volume. We did get a nice big volume over here, but you have to also have to consider what kind of candle it formed, right? There was a lot of, like you can say, a red volume, but you gotta also see, I mean, yes, it closed on the red, but you also have this huge buyer wick going on over there, so that's telling me more of buyer was controlled during this candle than that. Same thing here, right? You have a huge buyer wick also. Right here, there's a seller wick, so that's why I'm gonna, like, we'll see, because if it does break that trend line above, I wanna have it close above that 145 in order to go long route. What are my thoughts on AI trading? If it's working for you, go for it. Been trading McDonald calls for the past 2 weeks. How are you looking at averaging down on your SPY swing puts? No, not yet. I mean, we got plenty of time for this baby to come back. I mean, we're only down like 14, 15%. Well, I'm down, sorry, not we. Nothing's like giving me. Yeah, I mean, like, so Google is doing the same thing pretty much McDonald's did. Who's been. Yeah, Melissa. So yeah, I mean, McDonald's still looks good. Good. I still have McDonald's as 300 price target. Um, so it doesn't look bad for calls. No red candle yet. So Google is looking like exactly the same thing as McDonald's looking like. So as long as we get a close above that trend line on Google, it's gonna pretty much hoping it would do the same thing that it did right here. Nice, nice. 3 weeks out. Nice. In the money too. Alright. Anvax has been going nuts. They do have earning coming on. I think some sort of news came out on Anvax also. PayPal. So we do got this bull flag looking looking thing on PayPal. So let's see if we get a break above the 50 level. And we'll look to play to the upside if it does break to the upside on PayPal. So that could be one of our what's up. Other than that, nothing is like really intriguing me on this list. Spotify, dang, it's going nuts. Okay, maybe we can look to see if we can play Spotify for a continuation to the upside. Like around 272 price target. So it's like an ascending triangle that formed on Spotify. So I'm gonna look for a continuation on Spotify onto the upside. We had some huge volume coming in, so I just want to see it continue the upside. Airbnb, I'll look at it in 1 second, baby. Square had earnings, and it just kind of like, yeah, it looks interesting. Maybe this whole gap fill on Square it hasn't been the greatest stock as it was, so we'll see. SWKS kind of looking like a triangle forming, so very interesting. We'll keep an eye on this for a break off to the upside above 105. You could see like all the way 109, 110. So I'll keep an eye on that. So SWKS, what else did we say? And Spotify to the upside. Again, Tesla. Still bullish on Tesla. TSM. Maybe we get a sympathy play. Nothing really going on. I don't want to touch that. Alright, you wanted me to look at Airbnb. Airbnb, let's look at the daily first. It's gonna be in this, it's in this zone right here, which hasn't pretty much broken out or anything like that. Every time it's made a big move, it's made a big move to the downside also, right? Big move to the upside, downside. Big move to the upside, downside. Big move to the upside, and kind of like ranging right now. I don't know, this doesn't give me any type of like meh. I don't know what to do with this right now. Yeah, Airbnb is kind of like, heck do I know which way it's gonna go right now? Because every time it's trying to break up, it just comes right back down. Broke up one time, came all the way down. Broke up again, came all the way down. It did fail to not make a new high, so we could see a push to the downside, at least to the gap fill all the way down to 149.38 level. But yeah, for now, I mean, I would stay away if you're looking to trade options with it. Uh, Apple is in a support area, Henson. So I want to see some bounces over here. Tesla, I'm bullish on Tesla, but um, like longer period. Like if you're gonna play Tesla, give yourself time. I bought shares with it. Someone asked for Snow. Snow also failed to make newer highs, so we could see a pullback down, right? Earnings is coming up Wednesday, so I would kind of lean away from Snow because the cons are going to be juiced. They're not going to move the way you want them to move. Maybe look after earnings, right? So right now I would highly suggest staying away from Snow. Alright guys, so I don't really have a play to the downside this week. I do have 3 plays to the upside, so if you do get a bullish market, I'm looking at SKWS, Spotify, and Google to the upside. Lulu? Never played that. Lululemon. It's still in this nice downtrend. So right, so we have a high, then we have a lower high, higher low, lower low, higher low, another low, and then it's rejecting that. So we could see it come back and test this 430 area. So it hasn't broken structure. So I still think we have a few ways to the downside. Because in order to break structure, these new higher lows would have had to uptake one of these up here. So I say it still has room to the downside. Trip or toll? I don't know what that is. TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is in this pretty much area of resistance until you can get above 28, 29 to be sure. We could get a rejection. There is a gap fill all the way down to $22 level, so I mean, if you're looking to go long, I would wait until above $29. AMD, I went over AMD, but we'll go over it one more time. Again, AMD is just in this range where you can play to the from top to bottom or bottom to top until you have a clear break to the upside or downside. It did fail to make newer highs on this push. I am looking to see if it goes below 173.12. If it does, I'm looking to play puts all the way down to this 163 bottom of a range. Kavana. Looks like they had earnings, and we have a gap up to the earnings, but we do have a huge sell-off. People might have taken profits. Until I get more into the news, can't really say much about Canva. But if you're looking at TA, this huge gap to the downside needs to be filled. But if the earning report came out good, I mean, looks like it didn't, but they might have good forecast for the future. If so, then you could see Canva just push. Toll Brothers. You guys are asking me something. Yeah, Toll Brothers. I like it to the upside. Yeah. Looks like it's going good. You have some strong volume come in. You might see a little push down, but as long as it stays above 105, you should be solid for a push to the upside. September calls. Yeah, no worries. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me for our weekly prep. Like I said, I am looking more of a bearish market. If you do have a bearish market, I'm looking to just play SPY and Qs, just scalp those. But if you do have a bullish week, like I said, we're looking at SKWS, Spotify, and Google. One more thing, if I can have everyone go subscribe to my YouTube. I'm trying to get it to over 1,000. Me and Ace are in a race, so I gotta get to 1,000 before he does. Alright, love you guys. We'll do this again Sunday. Thanks for joining. Have a good day, guys. See you guys tomorrow.